I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
It's like, what's your name? Better than ass like that to blow the picture out the frame. Mommy stay reppin' whenever she step in. Shorty stay fly even during the recession. Long as the hilltop master dress. I don't care if it's top shelf or feel good to pay less. Shape of a bottle with the walk of a model. Damn, she so mean when she puffin' on that green. Maybe it's the jeans or maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's me or maybe it's you or maybe it's the Jimmy Choo. Lil' mama stay bossin' whatever it take. From New York to Texas on up to Salt Lake. Even at the market, it's like the red carpet. Everywhere she goes like a fashion show. See, I'm a go-getter and she a go-getter. Got ice as cold as winter day. You leave your chick with us, come on.
Heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like your confidence, sexiness, all of that is evident. Stepping real smooth like you stepping for the president. Heel hit the ground, body started settling. Ass started shaking, I almost gave you some medicine. Body looking delicate, smooth, elegant. Perched in them heels, relaxing like a pelican, yeah. Girl, you know I like the wind. Body looking like a S, watch it as it bends. Go ahead and snake, move like a python. Body too sexy, girl, leave them lights on. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. You know I got the right one, baby. Ray Charles. She rockin' Christian Louboutins, all those pouting. Hard as a mountain, body arched, squirting like a fountain. Once, even twice, but tell me who's counting heels.
It's on me still. See, I be climbing up them hills like Jack and Jill, but I ain't shooting for no water. Nah, it's more like a son or a daughter. I ain't got a spoiler. Lil' mama pay her own bills, homie, you bet that. I just get behind her and tell her to back. Bend over slightly and give it a tap. He'll sending me Morse codes, tell me to tap that. Twisted in the head, got me twisted like a dread. Take them heads over heels and put them heels over head. Yeah, you heard what I said. Shorty bout bread, and if you think the cat's bad, just look at that ass. In the East Coast, they be like on the real son. In the South, they be like, shorty got a fat one. In the Midwest, lil' mama go fed. In the West, she be jerking all over the bed. Come on.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
All right. Thank you. You're far too kind. Thank everyone for coming in and being here. My name is Marcus, aka E. I don't care what you call me, baby. We are here with another banger for you guys. I got a banger up, line up, ready to do some things. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into this thing. I know it's a late Sunday and everybody got something to do, so I'm gonna get straight into it before you start getting ready for your work day. Excuse me, not a work year, work day. First up, let me go ahead and introduce the one and only. She has a phenomenal podcast. It is by the name of Onesies and Wine. Please give it up for AMIL. Yes. And then also I got the homie that is here on a regular basis, man. He lives here. He never goes anywhere else. And I appreciate him every time he comes in. Mr. Diz Riz, a.k.a. Steve G. Please check him out. He has a lot of YouTubes from Diz Riz Entertainment, Diz Riz I forget them all. Now I got a blank. I apologize, but he has so many of them. Not to forget, Boondocks, one of the crazy ones that I like, and then he has a lot of reviews as well. And then I want to welcome in. Thank you again, Steve, for being here. I want to welcome in RABB. As well for coming in. It's first time on, and I do appreciate him being here. Let me am I live? I think I unmuted everybody, but here goes RABB. RABB, what do you do? Appreciate you coming in, brother. That is the squad. That's what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and get this up. Oh, no, don't do that to me. Don't you do that to me. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Hopefully it's clear now. There it is. It's cleared up. Thank you, each and every one of you, K, AMIL, Steve G, and RABB for being here. K, man, how's your week going or starting off so far? All right, we're going to keep it moving. Steve G, how is your week going starting off so far, man?
Hey, it's cooling. I'm cooling, man. Just getting some cleaning done, but hey, I'm trying to get the house back in order.
Oh, man, I love to hear it. RABB, man. First time on here, brother. Thank you for coming on. Brody, I really do appreciate it, man. How's your week going so far?
Everything going good, my brother. I appreciate you.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm saying, for giving me the opportunity, young black man.
Oh, man, it's all love, King. It's all love. K AMIL, what's up? How you doing? Oh, you ain't gonna answer me today, huh? Okay, you just ain't talking to me. I'm getting the silent treatment, K. Oh man, let me okay, so she might have dropped out. All right. So again, we got a banger for you. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming through. Thank you for anybody who's in the comment section. If you can, please hit that like. They say it helps with the algorithm. I have no idea, but I do get a little flashy thing every time you hit it, and it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and I really do appreciate it. The holidays are coming up, and then it's all about the good feelings. Kay, what's going on? How you doing today? Okay, you're going to quit ignoring me now. We're going to have some problems here. Too much ones, not enough onesies, huh? What's going on here?
No, the Wi-Fi keep acting up. That's fine.
Okay. How you doing, though?
It's like blinking on. It was blinking on and off, so that's why I was like, okay.
Okay. I appreciate those likes. I just seen somebody give me some likes. I appreciate that. But I was just calling. I was just checking to see how you were doing today. All right, Kay, this is not finna be the How You Doing K show all day. We're going to keep moving and go on to the next one.
Just say the question. Just say the question. It's not my fault. The sound went out.
It's all good. Hey, my internet is terrible, so it will drop out. It will do all kind of things, so I am not one who can judge. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off and get it rolling for everyone. Thank you for the likes again. I seen that. I appreciate it. What we're going to do is we're going to start off like we always do about this time and hit them off with a little bit of what we like to call some icebreaker questions, just something to get the brain moving and the juices flowing, all right? So since you're new, RABB, I'm going to come to you first. I'm going to pick on you real quick. And I think I've asked these questions before, but so excuse me if it is a repeat, but the question I'm going to ask to you, good sir, is if you could have an animal sidekick, what would it be and why?
If I could have an animal sidekick, so I'd probably say probably like a Bengal tiger.
A Bengal tiger. Okay.
And why?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean either Siberian or just a traditional Bengal. I mean because they survivors. I know they're not as fierce as the lion, and I'm not really looking for status with my answer for that question. I'm just thinking survival. That species still survive. I mean, even though they're rare, they still survive.
My
so,
man.
they still a part of the equation. So I would just say a Bengal tiger.
My man. Okay. I'm digging it. Steve, same question to you, good sir. If you could choose any animal as a sidekick, what would it be and why?
Man, I keep a couple pit bulls on my side, so it got to be a pit bull, man. I love the
Oh,
breed. I love the way they look, the physique, everything, and you know what I'm saying. And like Rab said, they survivors as well. You know what I'm saying. A lot of people have been trying to take them out for years, but hey, they growing. They growing in numbers now, and actually some police forces are using them. You know what I'm saying, as as dogs on patrol dogs and stuff like that. So they're getting a better name for themselves, better than what it was over in the 90s in the early 2000s in regards to pit bulls. So you know what I'm saying. So I gotta have a pit bull, man.
okay, okay. And Kay, same question to you. If you could have any animal as a sidekick, what would it be and why?
I think it would be an owl. Not just because they can fly, but because they can go unnoticed unless, they hoop or something like that. But they they can go unnoticed. Who just knows the owl in a tree?
Uh, yeah. I
So,
mean,
That's
there's
that
some
would be my
badass
sidekick
owls out there
animal.
though. Don't there's some big owls.
I know.
Yeah. So, I
that,
I
feel
I mean
know,
you.
but
that's an
yeah,
intimidating
that would
bird.
be mine.
An owl is an intimidating bird if you've seen one like in real life.
You ain't lying. You
Like
ain't lying.
it's intimidating. So
Oh yeah, especially with the
respect.
talons and all that. Yeah, it's nothing to mess with.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna keep it going. Kay, I'm gonna start with you on this one. If you have your own night or late night show, who would you invite as your first guest?
What, celebrity or what?
Whoever. Who would you invite?
Or just anybody?
Anybody.
Um, my first. I don't know. Let me see. Who would be my first guest? I don't know. It'll probably be. I don't know. I can't answer that. You'll
No, it's
have to
tough.
come back to me.
All right. Steve, man, you got your own late night show. Who are you inviting for your first guest?
Hey man, I'm gonna have to reach out to Dirk, man, and sit down and talk to him. Talk to little
Okay.
Dirk a little bit, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the culture and things of that nature. That's definitely the first person that I'll pull on the set. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome. All right. Rab, you got your own late night show. Who's your first guest that you're inviting on?
Um, I mean, I would think like if I could choose, first I'd probably say somebody like Jamie Foxx or somebody like that because I got a lot of questions for him.
Yeah.
But just on some, you know, like people being able to see it and it being publicized, it'll probably be Bud Crawford,
Okay. All right. I can dig it.
the boxer from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay. I can dig that. Little hometown love. I hear you. AMIL, back to you, ma'am. Who are you inviting for your first show?
Probably, I would say. I It'll probably be somebody like Maya Angelou, something like that.
Okay. You going a
And
little
that's
deep
only
with it?
because they've been in the midst of how things were, back, civil rights
Mm.
age and stuff like that. I would like to just hear the stories,
Okay, I
you
dig that
know.
too. I can see where you're going with it. So Rad, I'm gonna bring this one up to you. What was the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock? Oh yeah, dig back.
Mm-mm.
Hey, who was the question for?
Rad.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, the most embarrassing fashion trend?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to I used to wear knockoff Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay.
That was You know, back in the day, you know, when you was younger and stuff, cats could ridicule you, you know, but you had tough skin, so you could bounce back a little different. You know what I'm saying? But it still, that don't mean it still didn't hurt. You know what I'm
yeah, it
saying?
was a sting. It was a sting. Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
that
So
one too.
that was kind of embarrassing, bro.
Yeah. And I believe Terrell had a question for you, Rab. Would you like to ask him why he's ducking Spence? I don't know how to.
I'm not messing with you, man.
I'm just the messenger here.
Terrell started early.
Yeah, that's what he want. He want the funk, man. I ain't messing with Terrell. Peace and prosperity to you, my brother.
Yes, all the way over there on the other side of the world, man. I want to send some love out to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man, and holding it down. Steve, same question to you. What's the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock?
Man, I got a few, man. Just growing up in the household with with a police officer as a dad, and my mother being strict. The pro wing fashion was my most embarrassing before uniforms came into high school.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wore pro wings up until my 6th grade year, because I was like, sixth grade I was 11, 12. So I say up until I started hooping in 7th grade. I'll put it like that. So that's when I started getting a little money, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to buy my own shit. But before that, I had to depend on mom. And when she went school shopping, you already know, we going over in the coloring book aisle, getting school supplies, and we going over here to get these pro wings. You know what I'm saying? So that was most embarrassing on my end.
Don't you ask for nothing else. Don't be touching nothing. Don't be asking for nothing. I hear that. It looked like you can kind of relate to that, Kay. What was the most embarrassing fashion trend you used to rock?
Oh, she know my
I mean,
parents.
Steve ain't lying. Look, let me tell you, me and Steve are cousins, so whatever happened at his house.
I hear it. I love it.
Okay, so my mom couldn't afford it, but I just want to know what in the right mind, why was this a fashion trend when it was all over the place? And that's when cross colors came out. That was some of the ugliest stuff that everybody used to rock and be proud to rock.
Oh, no, not cross colors. That was the trend.
Yeah.
That was the trend. You ain't lying.
Well, I mean, if you look back in that era, you know what I'm saying, TV was real prominent. So we followed the direction of everything that was on television, because that was a new thing. The same way we got access to our phones now to do a live stream is things we looked at on MTV Box or 106 in Park, because that was an avenue. So we
it was prominent on there.
We was getting programmed with that shit. Real talk.
Hey, I blame it on TLC.
TLC, yeah, all of them. Not about no I believe all of them probably had it. All I could think of was like the overalls that come to mind with it. But I know they had the whole apparel of different things. But yeah, most definitely. So all right,
with the one strap.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have one strap. Because you better not show with both of them buckled up. It's gonna be a problem.
Right. It was so ugly. If y'all went back and watched like in Living Colors from the 90s.
Yeah.
Because they do reruns and replay stuff like that. I just be sitting there looking at, because they were heavy on there, and I just be sitting back looking at it like, I can't believe that we actually wore it.
Oh yeah. But I mean, you look at what was before that too. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had some kind of crazy trend that was going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Carl Canard went out. You know, Carl Canard. Oh my God, them pockets! Those look like the largest pockets ever.
Yeah.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
No,
I still
get it. I get it. We had to support. I said, support each other.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing. But the creativity was not there.
Speaking of creativity, I want to throw this one at you. So, Kay, if you could go back in time and make a cave painting to confuse everyone in the future, what would you draw? I think she frozen. She might have froze. All right, so I'm gonna move on to you, Steve. I was like, is she thinking? The perfect face to make.
Yeah.
So Steve, I'm gonna come to you, man. If you could go back in time and make a cave painting to confuse everyone in the future, what would you draw?
I would draw me in a military uniform, me in a army uniform, because that was something that was never even spoken in my household. You know what I'm saying? My dad always, he never spoke against, because my dad served in Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? He never spoke down on the military, but that was one thing that he never wanted his kids to do. And with me being with two other rebellious siblings, me and my sister, we both joined the military. She went to the Air Force. I was in the Army. So,
Okay.
yeah, it would definitely be me in a military uniform.
So is it
Respect.
so whenever they see you in the military, they're like, "Oh my goodness, he's the chosen one"? Like, how would that relate to the future people, the future people that see what you drew? What are you looking to invoke out of them?
It would confuse the hell out of everybody, because I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Who would have ever thought that I would have been in the military and retired now? You know what I'm saying? So it would have confused the hell out of everybody, you know?
Like, I am the chosen one.
Really
Look, I'm
did.
painted on the wall. That's me. You see it. All right, bet that. RABB, man, same question to you. If you could go back in time to make a cave painting to confuse everyone in the future, what would you draw?
Cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Just understanding the wave, and trying to not get left behind when I'm 50 years old, wishing I would have, because I done lost out on so many other opportunities, like a lot of our community has, because we take opportunities for granted a lot of times.
Okay.
I mean, niggas worry about, so yeah, I say cryptocurrency.
I'm gonna ask you a question, and you don't have to answer it. But is there a particular coin that you would put on there?
Yep.
What I say in its intended purposes is only for informational purposes only. This is not an advertisement for you to buy or sell any cryptocurrency.
Not at all. Not at all. We are not responsible.
I would grab Ethereum.
Ooh, okay. My man. Well,
You know what? I knew that was one of the two.
That's what you put up on a cave.
Hey, we ain't, if Amazon and Google, or Apple and Google is a thing, why can't Bitcoin and Ethereum be a thing?
No, hey, I'm with you. I thought you was gonna say another one. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I thought so too.
I was saying Bow Wow.
I'm sure everybody I'm sure everyone has a different perspective with things they may indulge with in that space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, bet that, man. Great answer. And again, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in here. Everybody that's in the chat as well. Thank you for hitting the likes. I have seen them popping up. I really do thank you. And thank AMIL, Steve G, and RABB for being here. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started off the right way. We're going to go ahead and jump into some of these topics now. I'm sure everyone is aware that of Takeoff and his death. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go ahead and play a video, and then we'll come on the other side and we'll talk about that.
According to the Harris County Coroner's report obtained by E! News, Takeoff died from, quote, penetrating gunshot wounds of head and torso into arm. Authorities say the 28-year-old was fatally wounded after an argument broke out at the end of a private party at 810 Billiards and Bowling in Houston, November 1st.
There were 40 people at least at this event. And people left possibly out of fear. What if it was your brother? What if it was your son? You would want somebody to step up. So please step up, get the information to us so we can bring some closure. to this family who's hurting right now.
All right. So first I'll say is condolences to his family. And I mean, you know, yeah, condolences to the family. So again, this has happened. Another rapper who is gone. And it seems like some of the same factors still play into part. If you look at the trend of other aspiring rappers and rappers alike. So I you know, I didn't want to sound like a broken record, so I'm kind of gonna talk about some other things, not necessarily what took place there, but just a little bit of a broader aspect. So I want to ask you, Kay. I want to go with you first. Again, gun violence. Is this just the gun problem in America, in your opinion?
I mean, I don't think it's just in America because each country has its own issues with gun violence or anything like that. I just think that it's more senseless here in America because nowadays people, just pick up a gun over the smallest little argument. And it shouldn't be like that. We should be able to talk stuff out before it results, to the extreme. But unfortunately, people are more sensitive nowadays. So, they can't too much take any criticism or critique of any kind in any ways, without it offending them. So that's why I think, it's so much gun violence, especially in the past, 10 years, how
Mm-hmm.
it increased. So, yeah.
Okay, Steve. Same question to you, man. Does this seem like this is just America's gun problem?
Yeah, I really believe that it is, and just like Kay said, every country has issues, especially when it comes to guns. But in America, everybody is so quick to grab a gun first before
Hmm.
actually trying to de-escalate the situation. You know what I'm saying? And with this, I just don't want to go too far ahead because I know you got more questions. But the habit now in America is when someone raises their voice, that's the first thing they do is grab a gun. You grab a gun, and and it being in Texas, that's them pit bulls, man. They heard me speak on them. But the thing is, it's like you want to grab a gun and then and handle business just to show that you tough, and then bullets start flying. Next thing you know what I'm saying, like a shootout happened just like that, and next thing you know, somebody dead or whatever, when it could have been over somebody just brushed me, or I ain't on that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody felt disrespected. But when a person pull out a gun and other guns are in the room, you're gonna have to use it. You have to use it. When you pull that gun, you're gonna have to use it, because now you didn't escalated the situation even further than what it should have been in the beginning, just over a simple argument. So yes, America has a gun problem.
All right. Very eloquently put. Same question to you, Rab, because it seems like time and time again, um, it's just a lot of guns. People can, it's easy to get one. And yet again, people are dying by the gun. Is this just the gun problem that's in America?
I mean, I would accent and piggyback on what Kay and Steve G said. As far as it being a gun problem, but I would also add that a part of that is a people problem, because it's a lot of ego and pride, especially in our community, and depending on circumstances, people react in certain type of ways. I mean, you hear how guys talk. I mean, it's just whatever, being normal people. You meet motherfuckers that think they street, and they, how they talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But when a situation occurs like what happened with Takeoff, you know what I'm saying? Maybe dude acted out of character. trying to prove himself. Maybe I don't know, Migos that did something that they felt was out of pocket. I mean, I wasn't there. I mean, R.I.P. to Takeoff and his family. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish no harm on no black man, even if I dislike you. But I'm just giving a perspective on a situation that, like you say, happens a lot in our community, especially ours.
Okay.
So I think it's both.
I'm sorry.
I think it's gun and people, a combination.
Okay. Well said, good sir. Yes. Okay. Because it does seem like it makes the job a lot easier. Because I seen, I think it was somewhere overseas where they had like a mass stabbing. It was just like amateurs. Like, don't you know you can do so much
Well,
more damage with a gun? Like,
that's
have you not seen
hand-to-hand combat,
America?
though.
What's that?
I was gonna say that's hand-to-hand combat overseas.
Exactly,
I mean,
and
you
it was
gotta
a lot less.
walk up on the person.
Exactly, a lot less fatalities. You know what I'm saying? But we got the blueprint. We can show you how to get it done with a lot more in less time. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think is, you have to look and see, do we have a problem with guns here in America? Because other places they're doing stabbings and killing, maybe a few numbers. I mean, you see the first person get stabbed, you like, oh shit, maybe I need to run, right? And then that person got to try to chase you down to get you, and but you can do a lot more damage with a 100-round drum attached to a weapon. But so we'll keep it moving. We'll check the next thing now, because I do notice that the officer that was talking was like, he was dang near almost sound like he was pleading for someone to help him out. Now, as of now, I'm not sure if anybody came forward. I'm pretty sure there probably are. But I noticed in the communities with melanin-rich individuals, they're not so quick to go to the police, Kay. Could you please give your explanation on why that's the culture?
It became the culture more because look what happens when you call the police. You don't know if, you're going to end up, laid out like the person you called the police for. Women can't even call the police for help if they're being abused or anything like that because, bullets might be flying as soon as you open the door. So it's more of a fear than anything.
Okay. So you're saying that the police make it hard for the community to cooperate,
Absolutely.
to help. Okay. I hear that. I get exactly where you're coming from, Steve. Same question to you. How does why does the black culture not help the police when things like this happen?
I think it's what Kay said, but I think it's more to it dealing with egos. You know what I'm saying? Like, street justice is quicker than, the justice of law at times. Not all the time, but usually it's quicker. It's not always the right answer, but usually people would rather keep it in the street versus, getting all these other people involved. And then the reputation of these rappers in this situation, they got a image to uphold. So once one is labeled as a snitch being a rapper, like, their credibility goes down the toilet. So I think that's one of the main issues of why people don't want to involve the police.
Okay, I hear that. I gotta read something from Samantha real quick from in the chat. Back in my day, we had guns, but it was all about the hands. If you lost the fight, it was just that. Over the years, they felt that they had to redeem their pride. I have to agree with you on that one, Samantha. Thanks for the comment. And so, yeah, same question to you, Rob, because you'll see certain things happening inside of communities, and nobody steps forward to offer help to catch that individual. Why is that the culture?
I mean, a lot of what Kay and again Steve both touched on. You know what I'm saying? With respect. You talking about the police question, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. With respect to, some police, because they are not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's there's been a bad narrative push. There's been a lot of incidents that's unanswered too. You know what I'm saying? And to turn a blind eye, you just as guilty as the person that did it. And it's a lot that goes on within that system. Even though, you may know some cops, I ran into some cops personally who let me slide, or, because I was doing stupid shit or whatever, stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, within that culture, it still ain't no imperfections. But with us, I mean, in a lot of instances, you know what I'm saying, we got to move smarter. We do. But there is a disconnect. I don't really know, have a solution to repair it. I mean, you start with trust. Everything starts with trust. So we gotta indulge in a level of trust with each other. You know what I'm saying, for the interests of both parties.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that the police have to be willing to accept what the community give them too. You can't just be, enforcing your way on everybody, trying to get the truth. Depending on what the circumstance is. Because I believe it's a level of fear too within the community. Like, it could be people that lived in a community, that's a little depressed, and gun violence and shit happen, and they see stuff happening, but they're afraid to tell because they home gonna get chopped up. It's people that live like that in our community, and we all know that shit. So that's an element of it too.
Say again? Sorry.
No, I was just saying that's an element. That's an element of like relationship with the police is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
We have within our own community that's kind of sometimes held high. I'm not saying it's like that everywhere, but we know that people see things and they just choose not to say nothing because they don't want to be involved with that. Because the police is reactionary. They're not gonna come protect you. They're gonna come after the damage is done.
Okay, yeah, I definitely agree with that. They are definitely responders, not preventers. So with that, I'm gonna keep it on you, RABB, because this again, we just had P&B Rock. I'm sure it was somebody in between there as well, and so many rappers in these situations where this happens. How can we prevent this, or can we prevent this, and if so, how?
I don't think it can be prevented, because each man or person or individual acts as that when they get into circumstances. I mean, if you going into an area that could be treacherous, you know what I'm saying? Versus if you go to Santorini, Greece, or something like that, like your thought processes should be different. You shouldn't go into somewhere, just because people do stuff for clout. I'm not saying P&B Rock did that, but in a lot of cases, I've heard just in other interviews, people from LA saying that's a known spot in California where stuff like that goes down. Like, it's not a mystery.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that, it should have happened. No, it shouldn't have. The man should be able to go eat where he wants to and enjoy his time. And he should be applauded for his successes. He shouldn't have to worry about getting gunned down regardless of where it's at, especially in his own community. But that's a different story.
Yeah, I
but not to get too far off topic though. But I mean, the way I think that it could be prevented is accountability amongst each other. Accountability amongst each other, not the police, ourselves, your homies. You know what I'm saying? It starts with your homies, the people closest to you. Most of the time, motherfuckers riding in circles. What they believe, you believe, and it just trickles down that way. So that's where it started.
Okay. I definitely hear that, man. I appreciate your input, man. You gave a lot of food for thought on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Steve, real quick. I mean, again. Oh wait, did I already go to you, Steve?
No, not yet.
No, okay.
No, it was just me.
Okay, so again, hamster wheel. You know what I mean? Is going around, and here we are again. Can we prevent this? And if so, how, in your opinion?
Um, I say that I say we can prevent it. First, we need to get the guns out of the scary niggas' hands. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at every video that I seen in regards to the situation before Takeoff lost his life, um, you can see a gun in somebody's hand. You know what I'm saying? He was clutching. He was clutching before Quavo even said, "Man, let me get on before I hurt somebody."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that person, that scared individual, escalated everybody in that room, even the ones that wasn't even aware of what was going on or that didn't think it was going to go that far.
Mm.
He heightened that situation, or the ones that had guns in that situation, heightened the situation. Now you got a standoff that went from an argument, to now people getting, shooting and someone losing their life. A couple people getting shot, I say that would probably be the first step. And the second step is, I'm gonna get on my Charleston White with this. I would have paid security, someone that has some type of military background or ex-officer background, where they can get the correct information from them when the situation like this occurs. Versus now you got to pry information from people and interrogate everybody, and now it's a process that could have been completed within a week. You know what I'm saying? Turning in 6 months to a year. Like I look at King Von's situation 2 years ago. They just now about to go to trial in regards to that. I know that's off topic, but you see, the streets don't talk. So if you had someone that has to talk, then you know what I'm saying, you can hold the people in that area accountable for the situation.
Okay, I hear that. I think it was hard though, because if I remember correctly, I think everybody fled. So I think it would require them to come forth.
But it was a private event, though. It was a private event. So if you had private security,
okay,
you know what I'm saying, they would have had everybody accountable in regards to that situation, and they could have got the information quicker.
Okay, I'm tracking that. I'm tracking that. Kay, same question to you. With like I said again and again and again, can this be prevented? And if so, how, in your opinion?
I mean, I agree with both RABB and Steve said. I mean, to speak a little bit more on what RABB was talking about, is just general respect for one another. That would be a start, because nowadays people don't have no respect for anybody. They just automatically think that everybody's against them. It's like everybody is like so focused on themselves that they can't just give somebody, just anybody, the basic common courtesy of respect first. Then once you get to know me, and if I ain't shit then okay then. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just too much going on out here. It really is, like, and for that man to, pass the way he did, just out enjoying yourself, and then, some people can't hold their alcohol, and, depending on what type of mood they was before, it creates a whole big mess, so, I mean, it's so much I can say. I'm leave it at that.
No, I feel you, because I'm with each and every one of y'all. I think that yes, the world that we live in, we should not be in areas. However, the world that we live in, being America, you should be free to go into these places, no matter what time, no matter what area, and be able to come out alive. So I definitely agree with each and every one of you. We're going to go ahead and close that one out. Thank you again for coming through. AMIL, Steve, and RABB for holding it down, and thank you for everybody in the comment as well. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go to this to the next topic. I believe this is the one that has to do with blackface. Every Halloween they want to, somebody got to put on some blackface. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick little video real quick, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about this.
people
put
get
it that way.
Do you guys understand the consequences of what you've just done?
No.
You guys are not going to get into a college. You guys are not going to get any scholarships because this is a hate crime.
We all dropped out of high school. It's okay.
And I still don't think it's appropriate for you guys to be doing this. It's really it's really not funny.
So yes, they thought it was a great idea to put some type of paint or something on their skin, and jump into jumpsuits, prison like old prison jumpsuits, and do this for Halloween. Now there was a lady there who was talking to them and saying, "Hey, you guys are screwing up. You're messed up," and calling them out. So should we, in your opinion, Kay, should we continue to call out this type of behavior?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm just surprised that she called out her own because you don't see that too often at all, especially not in the video. The thing that got me was the narrative of the whole thing. You got the white police officer with the two black prisoners doing what? That's what I seen when I seen it.
Yeah, a little bit jangling, a little bit of that right there. All right, so Steve, same question to you. Yeah, what was Hot and Bob at? They couldn't have a black. All right. So should we be calling out this type of behavior in your opinion, Steve? Should we keep continuing?
I totally agree that we should be calling it out, but just looking at the situation and just like Kay said, just analyze it from a different perspective. Does the lady that called it out have a significant other, that's of color? That's what I was looking at when I seen the video. Yeah. Like, because most people would have just walked past it, would have laughed and kept going. You know what I'm saying? I mean, especially if it's a predominantly, white.
This was in Utah
situation. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? But 9 out of 10, they probably is in a relationship with a person of color, or a hue background.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like you using that language. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that's probably why she made a big fucking deal about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, Utah, there ain't too many black folks out there. You know what I'm saying? And not to say it's not, but I think that she did the right thing. But what was her reasoning behind it? You know what I'm saying? Is the main thing that I'm trying to get across.
Hey, man. Hey, allies and ally. I'll take them. RABB, same question to you, good sir. Should people continue to call out this type of behavior?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just a given. Like, yeah, you see it. If you got to go, call it out. We all know it happened. It's been happening. It's going to continue to happen. I don't think that aspect of America is going to change because you got these pockets of it where motherfuckers can do shit like that and they ain't worried about repercussions. So, they going to do that shit with them niggas standing right there. Yeah. They going to be laughing and joking like that. You know what I'm saying? North Omaha. They ain't going to be doing no shit like that on the south side of Chicago and some of the worst parts of D.C. or Baltimore or South Central L.A. They're not doing that in Walmart out there. They're not doing that at the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles out there. So they out there where they safe. And it's funny. It's a joke. It's a game. But their parents probably perpetuate that to them too. So where the parents at?
Excellent point. And I'm going to come back to you on that one, RABB. I think we should continue to call that type of behavior out. But it's not going to change anything, says Mr. Shanti. Thank you for that comment, and thank you all for hitting the like button as well. I really do appreciate it. They say it helps the algorithm. I don't know. I just know it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. So I definitely do appreciate it. So Steve, I'm sorry, not Steve, but RABB, coming back to you. The question is why were they so comfortable leaving the house like that?
Because they was in Utah. Because they was in Utah. They was in Utah, man.
And again, to the parents, I mean, how did they get past on that?
Yeah, that's a part of the aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like they in Utah, they obviously, are a part of a culture where something along the, because they were a group doing it. It wasn't like it was just one outside of the group and they were like, nah, man, that ain't cool. They all was down with it. So that's a part of something. And they could have just been being bad kids, but why choose something to do like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
I
not
mean,
just steal something? And you know what I'm saying? Why do the blackface shit? And like Steve touched on, you know, the woman calling it out. You need Samaritans like that.
oh yeah.
We need those people to keep doing the right thing, regardless of race, gender, or creed.
Man, I hear
Period.
that. Amen. Amen. Steve, same question to you, good sir. Why were they so comfortable leaving the house and going into public like this?
Hey, their parents dropped them off. They dropped them off. They set them up to do it. They taught them that shit.
He said,
Hey,
make
the
sure you
apple
stay
don't fall
hydrated,
short
baby.
from the
I
tree.
swear I was just going to
I'll
say
be
that.
back at 3. Drink some plenty of Gatorade. Black attracts heat, baby. The black, it attracts heat. You need to get. Yeah. Were you done, Steve?
No, I just was saying the apple don't fall short from the tree. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they had to learn it from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They had to pick it up from somewhere. And then,
No.
it definitely wasn't the black culture. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see too many police officers walking around with prisoners every day type shit. You know what I'm saying? Old slave movies type shit, you know?
Oh yeah, and I want to come back to that one too. Kay, same question to you. Why were they comfortable leaving the house like this?
Because that's how they was raised.
Hmm.
That's exactly how they was raised. Whatever you get away with as kids, that builds your character, and you do it as you get older. Because you know you can get away with it at home until you really meet judgment outside your parents' house and see how real the world really is.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
why they feel like they get away with that. Their parents probably took a picture of them to put them up next to the rest of the Halloween pictures they had years before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to do it in college. That's ain't that the excuse that all
Oh yeah.
politicians say when they
Yeah.
get caught for blackface.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, point proven. And to what Steve was saying before, as far as you know, the period in which this happened. This is the blackface is, you know, that's a long time back. So these kids shouldn't have any reference to that. So obviously they're doing some type of research or pulling up something. And then again, even then, if you look at what's happened to the people, like you were saying, Kay, who have done that and messed up their life and their possibly their political career and or money, why would they risk their future, in your opinion, Kay?
Because to them it's all jokes.
Yeah.
You know, everything's funny. You know, oh this happened, that happened. Oh, that was so long ago. You know, type thing. You know, they don't. I mean, they don't care. You know, it wasn't
Yeah.
them. You
Yeah.
know, that's the attitude. It wasn't them. So why should I care what happened to y'all ancestors?
Yeah.
Or, you know, they quick to say, oh, it ain't going on now. But let the script flip and and see, you know?
Okay. Okay. I hear that. Don't script the flip. I mean, flip the script on us. Kay, please don't.
Shut up, I'm sorry.
Steve.
I'm overthinking a lot of
Hey,
stuff.
it's all good. It's all good. Hey,
Hey, she
Trying
gonna
to be
turn red
nice
in a
because I
minute.
really
She
want to
getting
say some
mad.
other stuff.
Yeah, she gonna get upset.
I
See, I
do.
said that. She gonna
I
get
do.
upset.
I
you
do
did
get
call it
upset.
out.
So I have to.
So Steve,
I have to think of nice words.
I'm gonna go to you. Why would they risk their future? I mean, we seeing time at the time of these things coming up. Now we got them in 4K. Why would they risk their future by doing this?
Like one said in the video, shit, they ain't graduate high school, no way. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they just in the wrong path. I don't know. I don't think they're thinking of the future, you know, in
Yeah.
regards to this situation. But 9 to 10, they probably got parents that's in a high political power or got money or something like that that can buy them out of that situation if they want to go into politics or, CEO of a corporation, something like that, to hide that shit. So it's something, what I'm saying, that they don't even care, because the parents probably put them up to doing the shit anyway. So,
Man, I've been out to Utah, and there's some money out there, man. There's money out there, especially start going to Park City, Woof. Woo, man! I ain't never
been. I want.
Man, I was out there in Park City, and we ended up in somebody's house, and they was in there just like, oh, we're doing blow, woo, like just going crazy. I'm like, yo, this is not where I need to be. I need to head back up north. This is this is not my scenery right here. But yeah. So Rab, man, same question to you. Why would these kids take that risk and ruining their future for a few clicks or laughs or whatever?
I mean, that's the culture where they at, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the norm. You know what I mean? They wasn't doing nothing. Like I say, we just caught wind of it because a Good Samaritan recorded it. That shit happening all over the place. It happened in all these states. Probably states we all in. It's happening. You got kids that's doing that because that level of thinking exists still. It's not mainstream, but it's still going down. So, and like you say, they Steve said, they somewhat protected.
Yeah.
In a sense. I mean, like what's the worst that's gonna happen to them?
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
because you say kids, but I actually had another clip that I was going to bring on here of adults doing it this year. Of adults doing it. Matter of fact, it was somebody in the Legion that lost their job. They had to resign because I guess they let them come in while they were doing that. So it's not even kids. It's grown adults that are still, they know what it is and they're still doing it, which is bizarre to me.
It's the culture.
Yeah, 100%. So, all right. So I appreciate you guys once again for holding it down. Thank you very much. Thanks for everybody in the chat and everyone who is liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. I appreciate each and every one of you. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and hit it with a little hot topic real quick. All right, so what we're going to talk about is something that's been in the news. They've been talking about it everywhere, and it's just circulating. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play it. This has to do with Kyrie Irving. I'm going to go ahead and play the clip real quick, and then we'll go ahead and make it happen.
Kyrie Irving speaking moments ago. Here it is new on SportsCenter.
With a week of hindsight, are you sorry for the hurt that your posts caused people?
I'll take my responsibility for posting that. Some things that were questionable in there, untrue. Like I said, in the first time you guys asked me when I was sitting on that stage, I don't believe everything that everybody posts. It's a documentary, so.
All right, so apparently there was, for those who don't know, and if that wasn't clear, there was a documentary that was out. He ended up, I don't know, he made it a post or liked it or something like that, retweeted. I'm not really for sure what he did to it, but he definitely put it out there on a public platform. He's got kickback because apparently there was some, I think they said anti-Semitic type of things that were in there. So now they're asking him all kind of questions and why did he do it, and I believe they're looking for him to do an apology. I didn't when I did this clip, by that time he had not made an apology, but Trap had brought to my attention that he did indeed make an apology about 14 hours or so ago at the time when I seen it. So what I want to ask the UK is, being that he posted this and this is getting this much attention, is Kyrie to blame for what is happening right now?
I mean, anything you post is your fault. You know, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't have took it to this extent, you know, but I understand why they did it, because he's a celebrity, so to speak. He's an athlete. So, his image is everything. So, you know, he really anybody need to watch what they say and, you know, how they act on the internet, because it can be damaging to, you know, their future, so to speak. So, I just think they shouldn't have took it as far as they did.
Okay. Christian says, I stand with Kyrie. All right, man. Thanks for that. AMIL. I'm sorry. Okay. I had something in my head. I was going to say it off of what you said, but I stand with Kyrie kind of threw me off a little bit. But yes, I have to agree with what you said on that that side of it. So Steve, what do you think, man? Do you think that like she said, he put it out there, and because I agree with her, because if you didn't watch the whole documentary, I think you would come out and say, hey man, look, I didn't know it was in there, that wasn't, I didn't see that part, I'm bad. But that doesn't seem to be a stand. He seemed to stand on that. He actually seen I believe in it in its entirety, and he still posted about it. So do you think that, with that in mind, is Kyrie to blame for what is happening?
I really feel that like, you're responsible for whatever you post. I'm pretty sure some type of contract or something that he had to sign, because normally big corporations have you sign some type of clause or contract in regards to, like, in regards to EO and sexual harassment, or equal opportunity and sexual harassment. So you can't go against a person's race, color, creed, sex, blah, blah, blah. And also with sexual harassment and sexual assault. I'm pretty sure that was probably in that clause. But for him to post it, he has to take full responsibility of it. Now, the extent that they went with it, I think that was kind of extreme. But you have to remember that Kanye's been in the news for the last goddamn 2 months, and they've been making an example out of him. Kyrie didn't get the COVID shot last year or the year before last. So they've been on his ass since then. So he should have already knew that they was going to be on his head in regards to him doing whatever. So I don't know if it's just he trying to get attention, or what, kind of doing the Kanye thing, or what. And I get it. Yeah, he got a good point in regards to what he's saying, but you already know they got the microscope on you. Why would you do this? Now your whole NBA career is in jeopardy now because of you doing this. So I think it was foolish on his behalf.
Okay,
let it go.
You hit on the point that I was thinking in my head, and I totally forgot, Rap. He was already the nail that was sticking up because of the whole COVID thing, right? So now add this on there. Do you think that he is to blame for what is happening in regards to the post alone? Do you think that this is his fault?
I mean, yeah, he posted it. So he's ultimately the person that's gonna take heat for it. If it's on his account.
Plain and simple. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with what he did personally. I mean, the documentary is out. I mean, they giving Kyrie Irving cease and desist orders. They ain't giving Jeff Bezos cease and desist orders. You can get the shit on Amazon Prime. You can go look up. When me and my wife started watching, it's a 2 hour long documentary.
Yeah.
And all it's doing is speaking of, old times, like what stuff was before we were taught the shit we was taught. Like Christopher Columbus discovered America, which was a fucking lie. You know what I mean? So all it does is put all that shit back into its original perspective. With you know what I'm saying, talking about original people and stuff like that. So I mean, there's some, because they're talking about the Jewish community as we know it in a way that's, we wouldn't take it lightly if a white supremacy video came out and they was talking about black people. So no, they take it to disrespect, but because they control shit, they have the ability to do what they doing to these people.
Yeah.
To Ye and Kyrie, because black people, we don't own shit. We got a lot of money, but we don't own shit.
I hear
so these are the repercussions, and yes, they know it. They absolutely know it.
Okay, man, I hear that.
So it's his fault, but I fuck with him. Him and Ye ain't wrong in my opinion. But it's on them though. But they already knew that when they signed up for that.
Hey man, I hear that, man. You heard it here in direct breaking news. Rap. So when are you gonna apologize? Huh? We're waiting for an apology.
I don't.
No,
He has. I know. Okay.
Because the
I
whole
would.
you
I
had to see
wouldn't
the
apologize.
interview because the interview they were just like, "Yo, you need to apologize." So, but no, I'm just messing with you on
He
that end.
did.
Yeah, they
I
did.
got you, brother.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. Surprisingly, so, yeah, Trap in your face. Everybody on the panel said, yeah, it was his fault. Trap said it wasn't, so I had to rub that in his face. Bezos making money off of it. That is true. Bezos is making money off of it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Get no
So
cease and desist. They ain't touching. You know why? Because the NBA about to do like what the NFL doing when they playing the Thursday night games on Amazon Prime. The NBA trying to get the same type of contract. So they ain't
okay.
gonna fuck with Bezos. But
Okay.
they gonna mess with they gonna use Kyrie though. Like you say, he already the nail sticking out. Like what Steve reiterated to I think one of you reiterated to. You know what I'm saying? Because of the COVID stuff, he stood up for that because that was the right thing to do.
I
You know
bet
what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. So something has been brought to my attention, Dizzle. If you are in the comment section deleting comments, you will be dealt with quite properly. All right, back to our scheduled programming.
Thank you for saying that, because
yeah, because
I was
you give
about
him
to
a
do
little
it. I
bit.
was about to do it.
He's that cookie with the mouse with the cookie. Yeah, you can't give him nothing. Yeah, he gonna do the most with it. Yeah. Hey, don't make me come out there. All right, so
What's good? Dizzle?
yeah, dude, he ain't even saying nothing in the comment, but he over here deleting people. Hey, man. Hey.
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
so Rab, I'm gonna come back to you real quick. So, being that, and he did, I believe, apologize, according to Trap. So, should he had apologized in your opinion?
No, because truthfully, as a man, you know what I'm saying. You stand on what you put out. Whatever you present, you got to stand on that. Even when you're wrong, you just admit you're wrong. I don't think Kyrie did anything wrong, is why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
He got to stand on what he put out. You know what I'm saying? You tweeting a link to a documentary, there's no malice behind that. You didn't tie anything after that. You tweeted out a link.
Yeah.
And after all the Kanye fiasco, they're just using that again as another, I don't know, system to, humiliate these guys. Because what they're doing is they're trying to humiliate them because they too prominent black figures. They know that Black America, a segment of it, especially the kids, look up to these guys. Kids talk about they want to have handles like Kyrie. Kids talk about they want to be able to produce like Ye. Even with all the extra shit that us grown-ups see, we know that those people are too, fairly high quality. If you see them, you gonna know that that's them. You're gonna be, oh shit, that's Kyrie. Oh shit, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a respect level. So there's a humiliation process, I feel, that's going on with that, and that's unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Steve. What do you think, man? Should Kyrie have given that apology?
No, hell no, because I'm pretty sure the platform that he shared it from was from Amazon, and I could have swore that's a Jewish head or CEO company, so they had it on their platform. So what's the issue? I don't see the issue. You know what I'm saying? And everything that he said, I totally agree with it. You know what I'm saying, with what he was saying, and I really don't think he should apologize. If I said it, I said it. God damn it, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But now he has to suffer the consequences in regards to them trying to take his contract and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kaepernick did. And you see what it looked like Kaepernick, prospered from his situation. So this might be another situation where Kyrie fuck around and be an owner of a fucking NBA team or something like that, since they want to do something like this. So,
Okay.
I got off topic, but yeah.
You brought it all the way back around. It's all good. Should he have, in your opinion, Kay, apologize?
No, but I understand why he did it. He still got to feed his family and everything. But I wouldn't have, not at all. But at the same time, he's a celebrity, and I'm quite sure, because he's been warning about this for years. when you gain any kind of fame or anything like that, you basically lose your basic right of free speech and and stuff like that because you have to please, the people in your contract in order to keep getting paid. So
Okay. I mean, I think it was
yeah,
only.
but I wasn't the person.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said, but I wasn't personally.
Okay. Yeah. I think it was only one person that I think stepped outside of the bounds unapologetically and still held his own. And I would have to get at to the one and only, the great, the GOAT. And that would be
Yes.
Mr. Dave Chappelle. He stepped out of there.
Yeah.
He did his thing. He didn't give two shits, and he stood on whatever the fuck he said. So I appreciate him for that. And Christian says he agrees with the panel. I hear that. So yeah, because I think you're 100% right, Kay. I think that when the bag, right, as they say, the bag is what they what really hit somebody hard, and I think that he probably made that apology thinking of the bag. Now, one thing that I don't like, Kay, is I don't like when people have the ability to just shut down someone because they don't like what they're saying, and especially here in the great America, right? Fresh air, it smells so good. Should a difference of ideas, in your opinion, Kay, should they get you canceled?
Difference of ideas, no, should not get you canceled, but there are some extreme difference of ideas that people have that I feel like should, if it's gonna harm, hurt anybody, yeah, you need to be canceled because you was wrong for that. But nowadays, if I sneeze wrong up here on this podcast, I might get canceled next week. I'm just saying, people are so sensitive about eating and everything. Can't take any criticism, like I said earlier. And this is how the world that we live in is the way it is now, overly sensitive.
And I agree with you 100%, Kay, on that. And Steve, being that the world is so sensitive right now, should we cave to these terrorists? What happened to just, hey, look, I have an idea. Well, I have a different idea. Well, where's your facts to back up your idea? Well, here goes my facts to back up my idea, right? And have a freaking discussion about it and see where it leads you, right? Instead of just saying, I don't like what you said, so you're canceled. Steve, should a difference in ideas get you canceled, in your opinion, sir?
I believe that it shouldn't get you canceled. I could have swore that's probably one of our constitutional rights or amendments in regards to freedom of speech. So you should be able to say and do whatever you want to, as long as it's not illegal or immoral. But in regards to immoral, like everybody has different morals. So at least if it's not illegal, and not harming anybody, but like RABB said earlier, in regards to him being a prominent black man and probably one of the highest paid NBA players, they trying to make an example out of him to scare the rest of them. So, yeah, the whole situation is messed up.
Okay, I agree with that as well. And to you, RABB, it's going to be the same question, man. Again, we can easily have a debate over things. We can talk about our differences. That's what's supposed to make America so great, is that we all come from all different walks of life, right? All different backgrounds, all different struggles, and we can come together. And even if we don't maybe agree, we can still have the conversation, right? So it seems like to me that there's an idea here. I don't know what his idea is, but based off of that movie, maybe I can gain some insight. But there's an idea here, and that idea, just because it's an idea that someone else doesn't like, they immediately cancel them. So should that difference in ideas get you canceled, in your opinion, sir?
From what I took in, from what I could gather from the documentary, no. All it truly is an explanation to Black people about an origination of heritage. That's it. There's nothing. Yeah, again, the portrayal within it, just strictly about the documentary, it portrays white, Jewish people a certain way versus, and it goes to the Bible and they go into a lot of detail. I don't want to misconstrue, what the documentary presents, so I'm not going to speak too heavily on it. But I don't think that you should be canceled because of it. I think that we all are entitled to give our opinion and our differences on issues the same way politicians do when they create laws. What they're giving you is fucking opinions. The social construct is what we all agree on. Fuck is a bad word. That's a social construct. In some places it might not be a bad word, but here it's a bad word. We all agree on that. That's a construct. Same as laws. But there's people that govern that shit. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't get him canceled. No, it shouldn't. You should be entitled to speak on things, again, with proper etiquette. You know what I'm saying? With proper etiquette. But it ultimately it shouldn't get you canceled.
So we shouldn't cut out the debate process. To just automatically condemn someone without even hearing. That's the whole thing, is you're supposed to hear people's sides. So
ask the questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it freaking it drives me crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It drives me crazy. Especially if there's no ill intent behind it, right? So I guess that will be the thing, is to search and see if there was any ill intent behind it, and if not, it just might be a difference in belief. We have someone from the chat. Christian says Brett Favre stole money. That's true. He did.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, so I appreciate each and every one of y'all again for coming and holding it down. RABB, we usually wrap it up around 6. However, I do have another topic. Is everybody okay to stay, or do y'all need to get up out of here? I don't want to hold you if you got something to do.
Hey, I'm cool.
I'm fine.
It's whatever.
All right, RABB?
I'm rocking with you, brother.
All right, man. All right, we here till the wheels fall off then. This is going to be a real quick subject as well. We're going to go ahead and get into it. What'd you say, Kay? This is my I voted sticker. Is that what you were talking about? Yeah, so I did go out and go vote. So this next topic is about voting. You're here. So I went out there. I did my. Thank you for asking me, Kay. I went out there. I did my civic duty and made it happen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and tap in real quick about something that's going on that revolves around voting, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it on the other side.
Election day fast approaching. A national voting rights organization brought its message in caravan to Metro Detroit. Black voters matter, making stops in Ypsilanti, Detroit, and Highland Park in hopes of encouraging folks to turn out.
We believe that we have the power to decide elections in key states, whether it's Michigan or Ohio or Pennsylvania.
It made them want to try to discount not the entire county of Wayne County, right? They just wanted to get rid of which votes? The Detroit votes, which by definition means what? Black votes.
But because of redistricting, there could be no black representation in Congress for predominantly black neighborhoods.
All right, so this is going to be a black topic here. Has any of y'all don't have to disclose this at all if you don't want to, but have any of y'all voted, or any of y'all going to vote? Kay? The 5th?
I'm here, but I haven't yet.
All right, let's say the 5th. Steve, have you participated?
I haven't voted yet, man.
All right, RABB?
I probably won't.
Probably won't. Okay, well, this question is going to be for you, because I definitely heard a lot of words here. So, they were talking about taking away votes, not only votes, but black votes, and then they were talking about trying to encourage black people. So, why is it that more people that are melanin enriched, why don't we vote? I'm going to go with you, Kay. I'll start that off with you.
Okay. Shout out to Black Vote Matters for going door to door in the neighborhood, trying to talk to people and educate them and explain to them what these politicians out here are talking about.
All right.
I mean, if it was done that way, I think more black people would vote. You know, if they, had they say, you know, and asking questions, to some of these politicians, maybe there'd be more people out there. But I think a lot of people just don't vote because we feel like we're not being represented, no matter how many of us cast our vote. You know, nothing changes. You know, so I think that's why a lot of people don't.
Okay. So I see a little bit dilemma there. Steve, if we don't vote, how can we get the changes, right? Or actually, I'll ask you, Kay. If we don't vote, how do we get the changes that we want?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question, but I think people just gave up. You know, I don't think people are looking for changes anymore because it's been decades. Generation after generation, to where it seemed like each generation preaching the same thing about voting, but still not seeing anything positive.
Okay.
That changed, whether it's in the neighborhood or just different policies, you know, or anything like that. So.
All right. Steve, same question to you. Why don't more melanin enriched individuals vote? In your opinion?
Kate took the words right out of my mouth in regards to it. Has been so much turmoil, and so many things of where they shine the black community in regards to votes, that the black culture has lost the urge to do it. In the urban communities or in the hood, we actually feel like we can do it ourselves, because they're not going to change anything in themselves. So we can handle business ourselves. And you see where it gets us, but that's why a lot of blacks don't particularly want to vote because of that. Just because of it's so many other hands that's in the pot that has control over the last votes in a sense. I would say all that I've seen, it's always been some type of issues, except with the Obama election. You know what I'm saying? They forgot to, steal those votes back. But but all the other ones is always some type of issue. So, that's why a lot of blacks don't like, or melanin in the rich folks don't like to vote.
My guy. Same question to you, RABB. I mean, if we're not liking, what's going on, and election is where we all are equal, right? I go in there, I put my vote. I only have one vote to put down, just like the next person to my left and my right? And that's my voice. Why are we not using that voice and going out and voting, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, like Steve said, it's, a level of trust within it too. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily trust the system. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And it's not saying that you shouldn't vote, but, when you're talking about state level versus presidential, our votes matter more on the state and local county level than they do on the presidential level. But the media is going to give you the presidential election to where you don't even pay attention to who your state elected officials is. You just, if you voting Republican, then damn, you picking all the fucking Republican state officials. If you're Democrat, you picking all the Democrat. But the Republican motherfucker might have better laws that they want to implement for the state, but you just don't like the Republican president.
Right.
So those are aspects that, you got to look at. But a lot of us, we don't have that understanding. I didn't have that understanding until I started looking at it. Yeah, I'm 41 years old now. I wasn't thinking about that shit when I was 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's an understanding, it's a literacy that we got to learn with politics. We got to stop taking stuff personal and emotional and get an understanding of it so we can see how it worked to figure out the game. And then we can put our own people in position to go ahead and get in there and do what they supposed to do in certain, areas and stuff like that, which I think is happening. I think a lot of people are hip within our community, and they're going to start making moves. In Georgia, I think they got a lot of melanated elected officials.
Yeah.
But it's gonna take some time. It ain't just because you elect a black person don't mean automatically everything just gonna change for the community if it's
Yeah.
been created to look a certain type of way for all this time. Just as long as it took the fuck up, you gotta give for it to get built up.
Okay. I definitely agree with that, sir. Yeah.
So just my opinion.
Okay, I definitely agree with
But
that.
I don't disagree with Kay and I don't disagree with Kay and Steve either.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I think was that the first question? I think it was. All right. So being that there are a lot of million enriched people who don't vote, what would get those people out to vote in your opinion, Rap?
Understanding who you're voting for versus listening to the crowd. Like I said, when the presidential elections is going on, you see what's on TV, you see the campaign run and all that, but a lot of people don't have the information on their state elected officials on that ballot. You just see the Dem or Republican, and again, if that aligns with your views at the time, that's probably what you're going to select just on default.
Now hold on, let me push back a little bit here because I think that what you're talking about is when somebody already is at the ballot and they're already voting. What I'm saying is for the person that you ask them who's running for governor and they can't give you an answer, who's running for Senate and they can't give you an answer, who's running for the House of Representatives and they can't give you an answer, how do you get those people to go vote?
Oh, you got to get them in the books, man. You got to get them understanding the way that thing works. I mean, you have to if they don't have a connection again with the representatives or the candidates, like you said, that are running for governor, mayor, senator, those state positions, they need to get educated. How do they get educated? If you have the information and you right there grassroots with them, you got to be the one to be like, yo, just, look on this website. You on your goddamn phone all day anyway. Check on this website. You know what I'm saying? And these are the people that are running for our county, however it breaks down, just so they have the opportunity, but yeah, it's a trust factor, for a lot of us with, you don't believe your vote really means nothing anyway.
Okay.
In my opinion.
So to kind of tailor sum up what you were saying, are you saying that the community needs to be more active to reach out to people? Because you're saying,
if you know,
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you know how, when it comes to voting for your state elected officials, because that's primarily what you're talking about, because that's what makes the changes where you live.
Correct.
Is understanding that. And I know because I've looked at ballots throughout my years and I'm like, who the hell is this person that's a Democrat running for mayor? Not knowing that his policies may not align with shit that I think, but I didn't do my research.
Okay.
But I voted Democrat anyway because I'm voting for a Democratic president because Obama is black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not understanding that, that's really a hindrance to what I may be trying to be for or be about or my values, I didn't have the education. If you have that education and literacy about how the vote is structured at the state level, we have to do a better job and have more responsibility within ourselves to explain that to people. If they're not trying to hear it, then they probably don't really care about voting like that, like they say they do.
Okay. All right. Well said, brother. Well said. Steve, same question to you, man. How do we get people out to vote for those who are not, they're just disinterested in voting. They don't know anything. How do we get them out to come and vote?
Oh, definitely, I agree with RABB in regards to it. More education in regards to the different candidates, knowing what they're about, what their pros and cons are. I think that would help a lot of people, in regards to that never voted or don't know the slightest about voting. I think that would help draw them to, to that, especially if they're carrying, or if they're in line with what they're looking for, in regards to maybe more money in the community or more money on jobs or whatever, that might help to get more people in the, in there to vote.
Okay. All right. Let her answer. Kay, same thing to you. How do you get people who are maybe not that interested in voting, or just not, they got everything else going on? How do you get those people's attention and or get them to come and show up at the polls?
I agree with the panel. Education is everything, but at the same time, they need to explain it to where an individual understands certain things. And I think it's a lack of misunderstanding that a lot of people that's curious in voting, but not sure, who to vote for, and just vote anyway. Yeah, I think it's just all misunderstanding. But also, in my opinion, we need to stop uh looking for the candidate that's gonna be the most entertaining. That sound like a preach at the pulpit. That um got a huge following of people behind them because they popular or whatever the case may be. We need to stop doing that because it's not leading us anywhere at all. Because I mean, look at everybody that voted for Obama. No disrespect, because I voted for Obama too, but
Me too.
the one that has the most swag and this, that,
I
and the
think that was
other,
my first vote. That was my first vote.
You see what I'm saying?
Off the
Right,
rip,
exactly. I mean,
he didn't even have to
but
answer no questions.
And then he was from Chicago too.
exactly,
Come on now, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
That
saying. And
too.
then he got up in there, and what we got? Nothing, because
Right.
nobody asked any questions. Nobody tried to, get anything together on behalf of the community to, represent. Nobody had a GoFundMe to send to Obama campaign so we can get some stuff done in the community. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Or the community went to
So
shit after he took office.
exactly,
Chicago
that's
went
what I'm
straight
saying.
to hell.
Why? Because the people that came up with funds to donate to his campaign are the ones that got exactly what they asked for. We don't think outside the box. We think everything's supposed to be done for free, and that's not the case. Everything is a business. You know, when you go to one of your relatives and they got a business, the first thing we ask is, "Can I get a discount?" I mean, come on now, can you do this for me?
Yeah.
That's. I mean, everybody should know that by now.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, to get people to the pulpit or whatever, it depends on the individual because everybody ain't serious out here at all about nothing. They not even serious about life. But if we became more serious at them polls and try to, get leaders back together to, speak for the community that's gonna do right, then I say that, you'll have more people that go out, to vote then.
Okay. And to RABB's point, and at the risk of saying playing devil's advocate here, the president really isn't that guy, right? It's everybody now that you're supposed to be voting for in the midterms, right? So there are people that were in the that blocked all the bills that were trying to go. I don't know if they were good or bad bills, but they blocked them because a lot of people didn't show out to vote. So they controlled the House and the Senate, which is everything that's voting now. So it's not the president who you guys need to be looking at. It's your senators and your House of Representatives and everybody in your local election, because those are the ones that's going to have the ability, no matter who's in the White House, they're going to be the ones that say this passes or no, it doesn't. So this is a very, very important time. I don't care who you vote for. I would just encourage you to go out and vote. And mind you, this next question, I had this already queued up before any of you guys came on the panel. So I didn't know who was going to be on here, but I'm going to ask it anyways because it's here. If you don't vote, Kay, should you complain?
Of course not.
Okay.
I mean, but people gonna do it anyway. I mean, myself included. I don't vote every election, because there's some trash people out here, trying to run anyway. So if I don't see anybody I see fit, I'm sorry, I just don't go. But at the same time, I mean, you shouldn't complain, especially on local level. You shouldn't complain about big old potholes in your street. The garbage collectors decide they ain't want to pick up that week. That's the community fault.
So you saying you don't have anybody good to vote for?
I'm in Georgia. No.
So why don't you run? I would vote for you.
I don't think so. I don't need them headaches and problems. My hair already kind of gray. I don't need.
And they start digging in the past. You be like, wait a minute. Let them bring out some skeletons, man. That's not how we operate over here, man. You better sit down somewhere. Steve, man, same question to you. Simple. If you don't vote, should you complain?
Hey, I agree with Kay on that one. You know what I'm saying? But people going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to run. President, governor, Senate, House. You know what I'm saying? Bill of Rights, statement, all of that shit.
Well, you say you running?
I'll run.
I'm voting for you. Shit, you got my vote. Shit. Off top, man. And same question to you, Rab, man, to close this whole thing out. If you don't vote, should you complain?
No, absolutely not. It's like complaining about jobs and you ain't filling out no applications, man. You're not qualified.
Exactly.
That boy done went deep. My man, he went deep.
Well put. Well
put. Damn, I didn't even think about it like that. Yeah, damn, man. One time for Brad, one time for Steve, one time for AMIL. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through, and ladies, for coming through and holding it down. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you everybody that came through and on the chat as well. Thanks for everyone that smashed that like button. I really do appreciate it. So before we get up out of here, KML, do you got anything to say before we leave?
Thanks for having me again. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier.
Oh no, it's all good.
Make sure y'all come to Onesies and Wine here on YouTube. Watch the whole video to the end. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Wait a minute. Can we say what's going on here on the Onesies and Wine before we get out of here?
Go ahead.
Okay, so they supposed to be doing the one chip challenge. So I definitely went over there and I told them what how to portion, because they did ask a question. So if you go over there, you watch it, don't be afraid to leave a comment to tell them how much or how portion, how big or how small they should eat, and of the one chip challenge. And yeah, it's gonna be some booty holes on fire. So according to what Kay says, that's what Kay says. Yes,
I sure did. Don't worry about mine.
Ain't worried about nobody but that booty hole. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out for that one. So yes, please check out Onesies and Wine. Steve, man, Diz Riz ENT, goddamn Boondocks reviews, goddamn reviews on everything, man. Yo, anything before we get up out of here, dog.
Hey, everybody have a mellow week. That's all I can say, man.
Man, that's what I like to hear right there. And Rab for coming through for the first time, man. I appreciate you coming through. Is there anything that you want to leave off with?
Hey, it's been a pleasure and an honor with all of y'all. I watch y'all, not every week, but, a handful of episodes I've seen where y'all done came in and did y'all thing. And I really enjoy the environment and the discussion. So it's a pleasure and an honor. Peace and prosperity to you.
Likewise, man. I definitely do appreciate that too. And if anybody that knows Rab wants to get on, contact Rab, and he'll let me know, and then we'll see if we can put you on there.
Don't hit me up. I don't even like you. Don't.
We'll see if we can get you on the email list. You know what I'm saying? Well, I definitely again appreciate each and every one of you, KML, Steve G, and Rab for coming through and hanging out. And again, everybody that was in the chat as well. And I hope your week starts off wonderful. I'll catch you next time. Zip it up and zip it out. Cool cats of kittens.
You can't say it that fast.
Hey,
home and she kissed him. My Glock got a beam, yeah, I bet I won't miss him. Got pints in the back, like my doctor just sent him. My plug out in Cali, he about to go ship him. Got peace for the low, if you want him, come get him. I'm moving slow-mo, I got lean in my system. And guac got it booming, I'm feeling a rhythm. I murdered the beat, turned this bitch to a victim. Bitch, I'm that nigga, I already said it. I feel like B. Draco, just give me my credit. You niggas look capping, that shit so pathetic. The price is now dropping, my nigga quit begging. Your chick, yeah, she think she look good in them leggings. Might slap on the cat with the dick if she let me. Don't gamble your life, little nigga, don't test me. This 30 shot, this on my Glock, gon' protect me. You better think twice before trying your luck. I know some niggas who give a fuck. I said some niggas that come at your neck, I give them a check and they shoot shit up. I'm getting checks, I can't fuck with the laws. I drop with the pounds like it's legal as fuck. I'm with your bitch, she gave me them draws, and you be at work while I'm beating it up. Then you come home and start eating it up. She sneaky as fuck, but get freaky as hell. Now back to the trap, I just made a play. I'm selling a pack and I don't need a scale. I pray to God, I don't see a sale. If I go to jail, I'm posting the bail. I stay with a strap, I just bought a case. So if you run up, I'm giving you hell. I bust on your bitch on the wall, she was climbing. I bust that bitch down and her pussy got diamonds. Don't talk to nobody, yeah, I'm moving silence. Unless you talk money, I fuck with the climb. My blessing just test me, that shit perfect diamond. I can't trust a hoe cause these bitches be lying. You rat on your man, yeah, that shit horrifying. I can't be a snitch, I know you testifying. You snitching, these niggas is bitches. I clear the scene, I ain't leaving no witness. I'm stacking racks like I'm done playing tennis. Just running it up, I can't stop till I'm finished. I'm just getting started like this the beginning. I learned from my losses, that's how I keep winning. I got 2 Glocks that's related, stay twinning. With 230 shots in case niggas start tripping. I need a bag, I'm getting impatient. I'm trying to get rich, I got tired of waiting. I trap out the law and you know where I'm stationed. No days off, I still trap on vacation. No face, no case, no identification. So you can get popped with no hesitation. Look by the G-code, you got no combination. You claim you won't smoke, but don't drop a location. I'm meeting the streets with a freak undercover. Your girl is a freak, she said take off the rubber. The cat was so wet, so I felt like a lover. Her little bro was broke, so I fronted her brother. That's why I'm young trappy, I trap like no other. I need some more pounds, cause I just sold another. I really get money, and that's on my mother. Rely on no one, I learned that from my brother. His bitch gave me top, he came home and she kissed him. My Glock got a beam, yeah, I bet I won't miss him. Got pints in the back, like my doctor just sent him. My plug out in Cali, he about to go ship him. Got peace for the low, if you want him, come get him. I'm moving slow-mo, I got lean in my system. And guac got it booming, I'm feeling a rhythm. I murdered the beat, turned this bitch to a victim. Bitch, I'm that nigga, I already said it. I feel like B. Draco, just give me my credit. You niggas look capping, that shit so pathetic. The price is now dropping, my nigga quit begging. Your chick, yeah, she think she look good in them leggings. Might slap on the cat with the dick if she let me. Don't gamble your life, little nigga, don't test me. This 30 shot, this on my Glock, gon' protect me.